just recorded a video that went into each finger and the element and properties represented by each. Today I want to talk real quickly about the mudras also associated with each finger. I talked a little bit in the last video about your ability to touch your thumb to any of those fingers to help with certain parts of your life, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever you're suffering with. And again, this is not a replacement for medicine, but this is another tool in your toolbox, just like meditation, exercise, healthy habits, passions, things of that nature. So I'm going to use my teaching manual here to make sure I don't miss any of these associated qualities. So the Jupiter finger, which was the first finger, and that's the index finger, which represents knowledge. This, when connected with a thumb, represents the Gyan Mudra. And when you're doing these mudras, you want to straighten out your other fingers and just connect the thumb with whichever finger we're talking about. So first finger, Gyan Mudra, and this is for knowledge, wisdom, receptivity, and calm. Now the Saturn finger, which is the middle finger, this is the Shuni Mudra. This represents wisdom, intelligence, patience, discernment, and commitment. So, we talked about this representing air and emotion to devotion. So definitely commitment, patience, intelligence. So big projects that you're working on, things that, commitments in your life, whether they are job commitments, passion, goal, dream commitments, relationships. Consult the center finger for that one, which is also going to be helpful for focusing on the breath. Next, you've got the ring finger. This is the Surya Mudra, and this represents vitality, energy of life, nerve strength, good health, sexuality, and intuition. And so we talked about that in the last video, that this is the fire finger. So think about, got to put a ring on it, think about that finger representing physical health and vitality, and so that ties in with things like sexuality, nerve health, just good overall health in general. Next, we're going to talk about the pinky Buddhi Mudra. This is our ability to communicate, because this was our mercury and communication finger. So that's going to represent our ability to communicate clearly and intuitively. So you learned before what each finger represents. Now you know what each of these mudras represents. And again, try your best to straighten the other fingers. There are meditations that we'll talk about later that use each finger, so you're focusing on each of those elements and areas of your life. But there's one more mudra that we're going to talk about right now, and that is this one. I learned it at a very young age, some version of it in Catholic schooling, and this is the prayer mudra, or prayer pose, which is known as the Pranam Mudra. And what this does is it neutralizes the right, positive, sun, male side of your existence, and the left, feminine, negative, female side. So it's not saying that you're one thing or the other and either is good or bad. That's not what is meant by negative or positive. It's simply saying we all have polarities. To every action, there's a reaction. To every part of the self, there's a balanced part of that self. So when we do this and push into the sternum with our thumbs here, and I'll move that. When we do this, what we're doing is we're neutralizing our entire aura and electromagnetic field. We're neutralizing the negative and the positive. I hope that this is helpful. Thanks so much for following along.